taps Ito's elemental skill, and he hurls Ushi, the young Akaushi.
Why is he throwing a cow?
Dealing geo damage to enemies.
The poor cow, man.
These skills.
Oh, this looks like it's probably one of Venti's friends.
Enemy attacks and strike back.
But apparently it's a boss, so ignore me. It just reminded me of the dragon from that trailer with Venti a while back. Hello. So, me and my Twitch chat live over at twitch.tv/Chocolate Kieran have been reacting to every single skill and ability in Genshin Impact. We're basically watching the collected Miscellany videos of each character in order to help me decide which characters I want to pull for and go for in the game. So far, I actually already pulled Zhao. Also, we have the full video uncut live on Chocolate Kieran Uncut if you want to go check out my first time jumping back into Genshin Impact and doing a bunch of pulls. But before we start, I want to give a huge shout out to Project Meh, John Inthersan, and Ju. Thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Don't forget, if you want to shout at the start of the video, make sure to subscribe. You may see yourself there. You never know. All right, so this next one is Aloy, who I unfortunately probably will never get because this was a PlayStation exclusive. I do have Genshin on PlayStation, but it's probably too late to get her.
If memory serves me right,
it's Aloy, actually, right?
Outlander visited Tibet was centuries ago. Imagine my surprise when I discovered yet another guest during my most recent travels.
Who is this? This isn't Dainsleif anymore, right?
An outcast of the Nora tribe. Oh my, I cannot wait to learn more about her and her abilities. Let's not dilly-dally and begin our research.
Aloy.
Who is talking?
I don't know this world, but my arrows are sharp and my bow's ready.
Based on my observations, Aloy is highly proficient with a bow.
Her bow is pretty cool, though.
She can limit her prey's mobility with the power of Cryo, aiding companions in...
Oh, this is Kalee's mum?
Rejected by her tribe since birth, Aloy gained her hunting prowess under the watchful eye of an experienced hunter. Like any successful...
Do we have any Horizon Zero Dawn fans right now? Let me know if this game's good. Maybe I'll check it out.
And wait to strike. When Aloy is in the party, animals that produce foul, raw...
Oh, because she's a hunter. That makes
won't be
sense.
startled when approached.
That's pretty cool.
Aloy's normal attack deals physical damage and can combo up to 4
Ooh, the way she rolled on the ground just then. I like that.
For a
Like to get some
precise
distance after the
aim
shots.
shot with increased damage, hold the attack button. Aiming will also accumulate frost on the arrowhead, which will deal cryo damage once.
Ah, okay, so she's a cryo user. That makes sense.
Aloy's elemental skill to throw a freeze bomb in the targeted direction that explodes.
Jesus, she got an arm on her. Threw that like a whole shot put in the Olympics.
When it detonates, the bomb will split into chill water bomblets that explode on contact with opponents or after a short time.
Yo, that enemy looks quick.
Cryo damage. Such an ingenious blasting design. When a freeze bomb or chill water bomblet hits an opponent, the opponent's attack is reduced, and Aloy receives a coil stack, which increases her
Coil
normal
stack?
attack damage.
Did she just make it rain? Or was it raining already? I can't tell. I don't think I noticed it initially. That threw me.
Effect is removed, and Aloy gains rushing ice for a set time period, which additionally increases her normal attack damage and converts her normal attack damage
Ooh.
into cryo damage.
I'm curious, so PlayStation users, do you actually use Aloy a lot?
Aloy cannot receive new coil stacks. Coil effects will be cleared once Aloy leaves the field for a set time. After unlocking the
The way she runs.
combat override, for a certain duration after gaining the coil effect, Aloy increases the attack of all parties.
Again, I'm going to keep saying it, but this really makes me want them to put Link in the game after putting in like a Switch version of Genshin or something.
Cryo in the targeted direction, then detonates it with an arrow, dealing AoE cryo damage. An explosive infused with elemental energy.
Freezing enemies in place seems so broken. I love it.
Time and place, its effectiveness will be
Oh, a lot of people don't use her. Got it.
A good
Oh, for
hunter
hunting, that makes
will
sense, actually.
blow or hold their own during a long battle. After unlocking the talent Strong Strike, when Aloy is in the rushing ice state conferred by Frozen Wilds, her cryo damage bonus gradually increases. Aloy is a skilled hunter.
That enemy
who
type
moves
looks
with
so
great
interesting. What the
precision,
hell?
Like a cat in pursuit of its prey. It'll be difficult to escape her attacks once
Hey,
she
yo!
gets to her target.
He's just like a random farmer to me.
Conquered with the joint forces of her and her companions. In combat, Aloy often opens up with her freeze bomb and accumulates coil stacks while her teammates launch their attacks.
Okay.
Once an opponent is hit by a freeze bomb or chill water bomb,
Do you know what? Now I'm watching this, I'm just now thinking. I wonder whether or not players usually do exactly what the collective miscellany says, or whether there's like a new meta that pops up and you guys change what you do.
as they'll pierce enemies with biting frogs.
Like, are these often followed?
Combine this with the talent Strong Strike to constantly
Strong and Strike, the Naruto song.
damage during rushing
Dun
ice.
dun dun
When her
dun
energy
dun
is full,
dun dun dun
Aloy
dun dun
unleashes her
dun dun.
elemental burst that wipes out opponents in the target area.
Okay.
I hope you found my research as informative as I did. As a sorceress, I love making new discoveries, examining all kinds.
I wanna
of
see Klee's
otherworldly
mum.
things,
Hopefully I
using
catch her in the
my knowledge
story
to
at some
create
point.
Something new. Maybe Aloy and I are more alike than it may seem.
I wonder why they went for her.
Though she plays so many roles
Telling
in
this
her
story.
world, Aloy begins her
Like, it
journey
seems like a
as
random
one
narrator
with a
choice.
clean slate. She'll get to know new places, meet new companions, and reconsider what her homeland means to her. With her survival skills, adventuring into that should be a breeze.
Watching over Klee.
If only she'd let me tinker with her bombs a little.
Okay, so it seems like Klee's mum is just like her. They're both serial arsonists, yeah? That's what's going on. Oh, no. Our next one is Kujo Sara.
The Tengu of Inazuma dwell in the
I keep forgetting she's a Tengu.
rarely appearing in human society.
She's like Raiden Shogun's,
Kujo Sara does, not to mention serve as
her
their
second in command,
is
right?
almost unheard of. One wonders if, in her eyes,
Where are your Tengu
profound
wings?
seclusion of the densely wooded mountains and the eternity pined for by the
I love the sound of the shamisen in the
bear
back.
any similarity to each other.
I will lead us to victory.
Yo, I love her
General of the
sleeves.
Tengyo Commission, Kujo Sara is a fearless warrior and a formidable leader. As one of Tengu blood,
There they are.
summon the mighty power of Tengu Jurai to rouse her troops, as she leads them into the heat of battle. The Tengu are known for their agility, and Kujo Sara
All the characters run like they're on a mission, like they're in the
Her
Matrix.
role requires her to move around frequently and rapidly. When Kujo Sara is dispatched on an expedition in Inazuma,
I keep forgetting this expedition thing is a thing in the game.
Kujo Sara's normal attack,
Like, do you guys do this a lot? Is this a part of the dailies?
dealing physical damage,
Okay, so 5 shots seems about average for an arrow user.
executes a more precise shot that deals increased damage. While aiming, crackling lightning accumulates on the arrowhead. An arrow
That thing
fully
looks
charged with
interesting.
the storm's might will deal electro damage to enemies on impact.
The way they bounce is so cute. All I can think about is Rimuru.
Casts her elemental skill. She retreats rapidly with the speed of a Tengu, then summons the protection of the Crow Feather in the form of Crow Feather cover. When Kujo Sara fires a fully charged aimed shot, Crow Feather cover is consumed, and a Crow Feather is left where the
Okay,
arrow
so you can just...
After a short
Does it
duration,
randomly strike lightning where that is?
Tengu Jurai Ambush, which deals electro damage to enemies in its AoE.
Oh, that's so cool. So you can
Grants the
set up
active
traps,
user its
basically.
AoE and attack bonus.
Can you do one at a time, or is it like multiple?
Skilled
Looks like it was one at a time.
allows Kujo Sara to rapidly evade enemy attacks.
Ooh.
And also set the stage for a robust counterattack from an advantageous position. After unlocking the talent Immovable Will, after gaining Crow Feather
Oh, that was
cover
quicker.
by casting her elemental skill, Kujo Sara's aimed shots reach full charge more quickly.
That's cool. Because you don't have to worry about being
Is an
hit.
Intelligent and capable general.
Or you're less
Morale
likely
is
to worry
all the
about it.
stronger just for knowing she is in command.
She's so cool.
After unlocking the talent Decorum, when Tengu Jurai Ambush hits an enemy, all party members restore some energy, the amount of which is based on Kujo Sara's...
What the hell? That enemy's kind of scary, actually.
This effect can be triggered once per set time period.
Glory to the Shogun!
I'm mad you can't use her Tengu wings to fly. Or so it seems.
Dealing AoE electro damage.
And her music's epic too.
Tengu Jurai Titan Breaker spreads out into 4 consecutive attacks of Tengu
Ooh.
Jurai Storm Cluster, dealing AoE electro damage. Both Titan Breaker and Storm Cluster can provide the active character within their AoE with the same attack bonus as given by Tengu Jurai Ambush.
Okay.
The attack bonus provided by various kinds of Tengu Jurai cannot be stacked. The effect and duration is determined by the last...
There is so much going on right now. As someone who's not properly played yet, like, I'm having a hard time processing.
Greatly admired by her subordinates. She uses the secret techniques of the Tengu to bolster her forces.
You know what? She actually looks like a lot of
Empower
fun.
them to win victory after victory. In battle, Kujo Sara must make deft use of her elemental skill.
There are so many bow and arrow users in this game, though.
And use charged shots to trigger Tengu Jurai Ambush, dealing damage to the enemy while providing attack bonuses to teammates, and restoring energy for the whole party.
I'm almost curious to see what the most used weapons are in the game, or like weapon types.
And once again provide a Tengu Jurai attack bonus, paving the way for her forces to swoop in and crush the enemy's defenses.
Huh.
As a Tengu raised by humans, Kujo Sara heeds the call.
So she doesn't know her parents?
Forsaking her own kind to fight for the mortal world in battle. Perhaps those who achieve such outstanding feats are too satisfied.
Would a Tengu
with
be
their own
be considered an Adepti, or not?
realize that their god has raised them in a prison.
I'm trying to figure out if she's against Adepti or Tengu specifically.
Whether the greater tragedy is to have lost all one's own ambition, or to have adopted
Her burst is fun and
wishes
satisfying to
of
use. It looks
God
like it.
as one's own.
You know what? I know Aloy is like an exclusive, and that might be why she's been like the least interesting to me so far. But most of these characters look extremely fun to play. All right, so we have Kokomi. This is the only character that I might know the most about in all of these. Because when I tried to pull her one stream,
unique in the entire arc of
everybody made me try her demo.
According to legend, Orobaxi was Watatsumi Island's guardian deity.
Look how graceful
Even
she
after
is,
being slain,
floating in the
God's
air,
will
water
to
around
protect
her.
the island flowed
She's
on
literally
from
a mermaid.
the Shinonomiya clan. The current heir to this bloodline is known as the Divine Priestess, Sangonomiya Kokomi.
Look how beautiful the area is, actually. And of course, she's Hydra.
Let's move out.
Her role is to serve as the island's leader, as well as commander of its armed forces.
Oh yeah, she was very good at like war strategy,
Behind her
right?
Delicate appearance lies the
She's
mind of a
making that
brilliant
fish herself.
tactician.
That's so cute.
She is adept in harnessing the power of Hydro to aid her forces in battle. As their commander, she bravely leads her troops into the fray.
She got summoned in like a Yu-Gi-Oh
Like
card then.
sand in the tide. Kokomi spent her childhood on Watatsumi Island. Playing among darting fish and rolling waves, she feels at home.
That is
in
such a
the
beautiful area.
When
Oh,
someone
so you can
Kokomi
swim
is in the
quicker.
party, she reduces swimming stamina consumption for your own party.
That's pretty good.
members, making exploration faster.
Why'd they show him drown?
Normal attack performs up to 3 consecutive strikes that take the form of swimming fish.
She literally moves like a fish too. I love it.
Holding the attack button consumes a set amount of stamina
Oh.
and deals AoE hydro damage after a short casting time.
Okay, so that takes a bit of time.
Kokomi's elemental skill to summon a Bake Kurage created
Bake
from water
Kurage?
to heal her allies.
Wait, so she switches out. Does that stay in?
Wet status to Kokomi.
What does a wet status do?
The
What does that
Bake
do?
Kurage periodically deals hydro damage to surrounding enemies, while also healing nearby active characters.
Okay, so it does.
The
Cool.
healing amount scales with Kokomi's max HP.
That's pretty good.
Covenants of the Deep!
I'm mad I heard the deep and I thought about
The might of Watatsumi,
The Boys.
dealing hydro damage to surrounding enemies.
So you know the knockoff Aquaman from The Boys?
Watery ceremonial garment. While enrobed in the ceremonial garment, Kokomi's normal attack, charge,
And it makes sense in that context too.
damage are increased. And she regenerates HP for all nearby party members when her normal and charged attacks hit opponents.
She looks so graceful. Like both her and Ayaka,
The healing amount
probably the two
scales
most
with
graceful
max
characters. And Eula.
Additionally, Kokomi's ceremonial garment increases her resistance to interruption and allows her to walk on the water's surface.
Has she got bubble around her? Is that what that is?
After unlocking the talent Tamanoya's casket, casting Kokomi's elemental burst refreshes the duration of her Bake Kurage if already on the battlefield.
Right, so wet means she's been applied with hydro. Does that mean she just like resists other elements? Is that why it's important to have?
In the pure glow of her water-woven garment, Kokomi draws power from the traditional song of the Divine Priestess.
She has a similar weapon to the
Unlocking the talent song
other girls that I was confused
when
about.
enrobed by the ceremonial garment, Kokomi's max HP base damage dealt by her normal and charged attacks is further increased.
So I've heard a lot of people say that she's not a good character in the game for whatever reason. I don't particularly care about the meta in that way, but
Kokomi
make me
plans
curious why.
meticulously for every battle she faces. Her thorough attention to detail ensures that
Oh, it's a
her forces will
disadvantage
emerge
to have the wet element.
Sangonomiya Kokomi
So it's so you don't spam using that ability then.
healing bonus. Matched with her talent Song of Pearls, she offers stability in any conflict.
Okay.
In the chaos of battle, victory and defeat can hinge on a single moment. Versed in the art of war,
I just love the way she
Kokomi
moves.
knows to stay calm and composed.
I
as she
like the
develops
way
her
you
winning strategy.
move.
The survival of her forces being a key part of her ability to seize the moment of victory. In battle, Kokomi uses the Bake Kurage summoned by her elemental skill to recover HP for her teammates and set up perfect conditions.
Frozen,
for
just being able to
hyper-
freeze enemies is so busted.
Her allies on the offensive.
Like it seems like they stay there forever too.
She personally joins the fray to unleash her elemental burst,
Okay.
strengthening her abilities with the ceremonial garment. Then, with the aid of her teammates and her Bake Kurage, she attacks like
Is
a
the
tiger,
Bake Kurage
overwhelming the enemy.
an ability from
securing
Jujutsu Kaisen also? I'm pretty sure they probably draw inspiration from the same myth or
a
story.
god
It
defeated
sounds
the
familiar.
enemies from the deep and raised the people of Watatsumi from the desolate seabed. Later, another god vanquished their beloved Watatsumi Omikami,
Is that one of the 7?
leaving the deathly Tataragami.
I forgot that that was a thing in the game until I brought up.
If you were to liken human history
boys
to
earlier.
a great battle, the actions of gods would seem as difficult to predict as the weather, a capricious variable. Faced with such turbulent storms, who knows how long this girl who carries a divine will can protect the people.
Her little
of this
fishes.
island.
So cute. Ah, now I have to wait for Kokomi to come back so I can actually get her successfully this time. I already confused Toma for child and the trailer's not even started yet, so I'm ridiculous. Is he just going to be chilling or doing work?
Govern everything in Inazuma. Outlanders looking for a home away from home face many obstacles here. So how did a
Oh, he's
monster
posted
named
up.
Toma earn a reputation as a local fixer and secure a job with the Yashiro Commission? Is this a testament?
I think they did say in one of the trailers he was from Mondstadt.
or to
Actually, I
Toma's
forgot about that.
exceptional abilities?
Where we headed this time?
Toma is well connected and values his companions both in everyday life and in combat.
Ah,
Fights
him and
to defend the
Ayaka.
ones he holds dear. When crisis comes, Toma's urge to defend.
Wait, is Toma not good enough for Ayaka, friend-wise?
Grabs his polearm to help his friends fend off their foes with scorching flames.
That's pretty epic.
He is someone that his team can always rely on. Toma takes to new life skills like a fish to water. After arriving in Inazuma, he
Whoa,
quickly
those fishes
learned
are really
how to
beautiful.
partake of the bountiful blessings found in the nation's waters. After Toma becomes
Oh yeah, fishing's in the game. I forgot it's not an RPG if there's no fishing.
there is a certain chance to receive double the catch with Toma's help. Toma's normal
Ooh,
attack
I like his
can roll
movements.
4
The way he
strikes,
hops on his feet after like a
dealing
boxer.
physical damage. Holding the attack button, Toma consumes a certain
That animation
amount of
seems like it
stamina
might be a bit
perform
annoying
charged
if you want to
attacks,
attack quicker again. Can you
lunging
cancel that?
forward and dealing physical damage to enemies in his path. Tap Toma's elemental.
Ooh, he got
skill,
shield?
And he vaults forward with his polearm to deliver a fling-filled flying kick, dealing AoE pyro damage, while also summoning a defensive blazing barrier.
He does have a
At the moment of
shield.
Casting, this skill applies pyro to Toma. The blazing barrier absorbs
Ooh.
damage and is especially effective against pyro damage.
That's dope.
The damage absorption
Like, it kind of
scales
reminds me
off
of
Toma's
Broly.
max HP.
You know how he, like, has an energy of ki around him, like a shield, and
Blazing
charges at
barrier is
people?
obtained. The existing barrier's damage absorption will stack, and the duration is refreshed.
You can switch it out. That's pretty cool.
Blazing barrier's damage absorption cannot exceed a certain percentage of
And you can
Toma's
jump or
max
dash
HP.
to cancel that animation. That's cool.
When Toma unleashes his elemental burst, he spins his polearm, slicing at his foes with roaring flames.
I'll never not laugh at the animations of them trying to wave off the fire.
While
Oyori.
Scorching Oyori is in effect, the active character's normal attacks will trigger fiery
This is
collapse
very Shaman King right now.
AoE pyro damage, and summoning a blazing barrier.
Like, it reminds me of a Midamaru's Oversoul a little bit. The way this
blazing
looks.
Barriers created in this way are identical to those created by Toma's elemental skill. After unlocking the talent
He looked like a
Flaming
pest.
Assault, damage dealt by Crimson Oyoroi's fiery collapse is increased by an amount that scales with Toma's max HP.
I love the way the characters all support each other. Is there like an optimal, perfect team?
It gets all the more resilient as the battle heats up. After unlocking the talent Imbricated
That like
Armor,
perfectly
when a
support each
blazing
other?
barrier is obtained
Or are they all
refreshed,
pretty
the
supportive of
active
each other in the same
shield
ways?
strength is increased. Toma is a dependable companion. He ardently believes in defending others. Even in the fiercest of battles, you can trust him to have your back.
We see you, Lancer.
Toma uses
Put Toma in
blazing
fate.
barrier to protect other party members, allowing them to safely go on the offensive.
Oh, that's
When he casts
awesome.
his elemental burst, the scorching Oyoroi provides both
Oh,
attack
who was it earlier that had abilities that stopped them from staggering? I'm not sure if it was Eula or not, but could you imagine that shield
survival,
along with
and
that?
can also trigger fiery collapses with their normal attacks. The pyro damage support that Toma provides in this way further enhances the party's attack capability.
Jesus. There's just so much going on.
As an outsider in Inazuma, Toma is often viewed
maple
as
leaf just
someone
come
who
through
doesn't belong.
the ground?
To this day, many believe the slander behind his back.
Oh, that's sad.
But through his own hard work and the Kamisato clan's tolerant attitude, Toma has carved out a space for himself here.
What a cute lad.
Despite the somewhat hostile environment.
Can you pet the dogs in
A
Genshin?
thought crosses my mind. If one who has turned their back on the gods ever chose to follow them once more, would any such favorable treatment be extended to them? Regrettably, no opportunity of this nature exists, nor would I have the desire to take it. Over centuries of futility, I have at least learned one thing. So long as you have determination, you can always keep going. A defender's
Powerful.
will is a
I
precious
agree.
thing, and hatred can serve to nourish it.
Whoa, Toma. Is he talking about a hatred that Toma has? Or is he talking about himself there? And you can't pet the dogs? Come on, man. Put that in an update. Alright, so we got Ito, aka Kaido's son.
In recent years, the efforts of one young Crimson Oni
Crimson
earned the
Oni.
loud and
I like
proud
that.
Arataki gang a certain measure of fame in Inazuma City's Hanamizaka district. Or perhaps
Look at him
that
walking
should be
slowly,
infamy.
powerfully. Gonna
Either
slowly
way,
walk up and forward
when
smash
it
you
comes
type
to
beat.
their founder and leader, Arataki Ito, everyone has to agree he's one of a kind.
Arataki numero uno Ito here in the flesh.
Now I hear Ryuji's voice from Persona. I heavy hear that.
If you claim you've
He just
never heard
choked
of
on
the
his laugh.
Arataki gang, don't be surprised if
Oh,
Ito
big
sees
Jiraiya
it as an
vibes.
intentional provocation. In protest, he'll lift his hefty claymore and show off a few of his signature charged attacks, just so everyone
kinda
knows
cool.
who's the baddest Oni in town. Arataki Ito brags
Isn't he like
that
the
if
only
you
Oni in
listen,
town, probably?
even the sturdiest of trees can be felled. With Arataki Ito in the party, when party members attack
you can cut
to
trees
obtain
quicker?
Wood resources, they have a chance to get an additional
Oh, you just get
log
additional
of
wood. That makes sense. Trees don't actually come down when you attack them in
normal
this game,
attack
right?
Can combo up to 4 strikes.
Could be wrong.
When his second and fourth strikes hit enemies,
Oh, that was a
he will
sick
gain
move.
1 or 2
The
stacks
one and Oni,
of
that's
super
funny.
strength, respectively, up to a max of 5 stacks. For a short time after sprinting or using his...
Ooh, that kick. I love that move.
Continue his
Like the
normal
last two
attack
hits
chain
on the
with
normal
Arataki
attack chain are so cool.
When performing a charged attack, if Ito has any superlative super strength stacks, he will unleash Arataki Kesagiri slashes without consuming stamina.
Okay.
Each slash consumes 1 stack of superlative super strength.
Yo, he makes these enemies
When
look
the last
tiny
slash is
compared to some of the other
Ito
characters.
delivers a powerful final slash.
Like, I need to see like a
No
height line of all the
superlative
characters
strength
now.
is available. Ito's charged attack consumes stamina to perform a single Saichi Monji slash. After unlocking the talent Arataki Ichiban, when
Oh, he's way
Arataki
quicker.
Ito uses Arataki Kesagiri,
The way he does his hair after.
with increased attack speed, and his resistance to interruption is also increased. These effects will be cleared once he stops performing consecutive slashes. Tap Ito's elemental skill, and he hurls Ushi, the young Akaushi.
Why is he throwing a cow?
Dealing geo damage to enemies.
The poor cow, man. Doesn't Ushi literally just mean cow in Japanese?
Ito gains a stack of superlative super strength. Holding the elemental skill button
You can aim the cow?
to adjust Ushi's throwing angle. Ushi inherits
Ridiculous.
HP based on a percentage of Arataki Ito's max HP, and continuously taunts surrounding.
Oh, the cow kind of looks like,
When Ushi takes damage, Arataki Ito
Is it
gains a
Mumu
stack of
from One
superlative
Piece?
super
I'm not sure if that was even its name anymore. It's been so long.
Ushi will flee when its HP reaches 0
Like the sea
or its
cow.
duration ends. And Arataki Ito gains a stack of superlative super strength as it leaves.
That's so sick. You throw a cow and then just get power up.
Geo construct. And Arataki Ito can only deploy 1 Ushi on the field at any one time.
Okay.
Oni coming through.
Wait, can multiple characters have different
Ito unleashes his elemental
constructs on the field at one point? So could you throw Ushi and then like
and wields his
um,
Oni King's Kanabo
Zhongli can do a geo
for
construct
the
also?
burst's duration. Ito's
Or is it literally one at a time?
resistance are decreased, but his normal, charged, and plunging attacks are converted to geo damage that cannot be overridden. Also,
Ooh.
Ito's normal attack speed is increased, and his attack is increased based on his defense.
The best
The raging Oni
defense is a
when the
good
first
offense, I guess.
strikes of his attack
One of
hits
those.
an enemy, Ito gains a stack of superlative super strength. With a deft use of this effect,
Yeah, he just seems like a brute, but in the best of ways. Like just a heavy hitter.
Sagiri slashes, and vaunt the might of the Arataki gang.
Like he seems like kind of like a tank, but also DPS at the same time. It's hard to explain.
It's his source of strength in battle.
His hair thing is funny. Josuke vibes from part 4 of JoJo.
Arataki Kesagiri damage is increased by an amount that scales with Ito's defense. Arataki Ito's life is one where a new challenger could appear at any
He
moment.
has a whole comb too.
He's a self-professed tough guy. He won't go down without a fight, no matter who the opponent. He's always itching to show off his awesome skills and attain victory with style.
Okay.
During battle,
I respect him already.
he uses his normal attacks and elemental skill to accumulate stacks of superlative super strength, then batters the enemy with the Arataki Kesagiri charged attack.
Okay, but when does he throw the cow? Oh, okay, there it is.
Arataki
That is the
Ito
charged attack.
unleashes his elemental burst to enter the raging Oni King state, greatly enhancing his abilities. In this state, Ito can quickly stack up that superlative super strength.
This is ridiculous. Could you imagine Ito powered up with some of the defensive and like the way it fell?
Compared to his peers, Arataki Ito has lived a colorful life and is familiar with the inside of a prison cell, fully qualifying him as the rightful leader of the Arataki gang.
Wait, being in prison qualifies you as the
Some
leader?
may contest his way of handling things. The
Okay.
members of this young Crimson Oni's gang choose
Does he comb the other side of his hair ever?
despite the diet of grilled lavender melon. Well, it's one way of living. And ultimately, surviving on sporadic work and next to no mora is still an easier task
The life of an
than
artist.
trying
I
to
feel you,
deny
Ito.
your destiny.
I feel you, Ito. Gotta wait for them invoices to come back and all that. Constantly looking for the next job. Alright, so we have Goro now.
In the vast and
Puppy man, we
mysterious
love him.
world of Tevat, there are as many ways of life as there are people. Some heed the call of duty, Others
Inazuma just looks so beautiful. I can't wait to get there in game.
follow their beliefs.
Like, I want to see it all.
Talents. A few trust their instincts and rise to
Oh,
shoulder
he
great
was with
responsibility.
Kokomi, right?
Prime example being General Goro of Watatsumi
That's
Island.
right.
Since you never know what the enemy might
Oh,
do,
look at him.
the key to surviving the chaos of battle.
Another bow user,
being
though. There's so
able to
many.
Adapt in the moment.
Keep your weapon at the ready. You never know what's around the corner.
Oh, this is who I said looked like Rex with his outfit
Countless
from
battles
Xenoblade.
in his time, and this experience has taught him one important lesson. However strong you may
Why is that
be,
dude slowly
it's
approaching him
never a one-man job.
with a huge hammer?
As a commander,
Ooh, that looks
Goro is
cool.
constantly looking out for his troops,
Tell me he actually moves like that in
offering his
game.
protection and support, right alongside them on the front line. Goro has always loved the great outdoors.
I mean, he is a
The
puppy
sense of
boy,
smell
so of
makes him
course.
an expert at tracking down resources. When Goro is in your party, the location of resources unique to Inazuma will appear
I
on your
see.
map, making it easier to gather supplies.
Oh, there was a character like that in Liyue who did the same thing. I don't remember who it was, though.
Goro's normal attack can combo up to 4 consecutive shots, dealing physical damage. With a charged attack, Goro executes a more precise aimed shot that deals
Okay.
increased
Is he
damage.
shooting rocks at people? I see him floating.
Stone crystals accumulate on the arrowhead.
Right.
A fully charged arrow will deal damage.
Blew him back.
Tap Goro's elemental skill to employ Inuzaka all-round defense,
The flag.
dealing AoE
Capture the
shield
flag?
damage, and erecting a general's war banner. Hold the skill to adjust the banner's position.
You can do it from further. Ah, okay.
The general's war banner provides buffs to active party members within its AoE.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And the more Geo characters in the party, the stronger the buffs.
Bro, he about to make Zhongli the most
If the
busted
party
character in the
contains
game,
one
huh?
Geo character, the buff is Standing Firm, which increases the active
Also, it's
character's
different
defense.
buffs depending on the character.
If there
Or the
are
amount
2
of characters.
Geo party members, the buff is Impregnable, increasing both defense and resistance to interruption. And if there are 3 Geo party members, the buff is Crunch,
Crunch.
which increases defense and resistance to interruption, while also
So you can mostly
providing
just
Geo
attack
bonus.
without being interrupted, basically.
Goro can only deploy a single general's war banner at any given time. Also, characters can only benefit from one general's war banner at a time. Any active buffs will be cleared shortly after the character leaves the banner's
That-
AoE.
That feels obvious, though. I guess I have to mention that. Oh, look at the little puppy with the flag.
Goro displays his general's valor, dealing AoE geo damage and creating the general's glory field to
Oh, that's
imprison his
cute.
opponents.
Stone Edge?
Glory
He's a
provides
Pokemon.
The same buffs as the general's war banner created by Goro's elemental skill. Various buffs are provided to the active
Wait, what's that?
characters
Oh, like a Geo construct, but not quite.
based on the number of Geo characters in the party. But this field moves with the active character. At regular intervals,
Right.
a crystal collapse occurs, dealing AoE Geo
Albedo.
damage to one enemy within the field.
What? Yo, what is going on?
An elemental shard from the crystallized reaction to the active character's location.
I see. Yo, he seems way more complicated than I
Goro
expected him
uses
to be.
elemental burst. If there is a general's war banner on the field, it will be destroyed.
I think when I initially saw Genshin Impact, I assumed it would be like a very hack and slash type game.
Goro's
But
elemental
there is
skill
so much
will
more to
not
it than
create
that.
A general's war banner.
Like, it's very well thought out.
Solid, heedless of the wind and weather. All
I think I've said this like 100 times, though.
receive a
But I
temporary
appreciate that, you know?
boost. After Goro uses Juga, forward unto victory.
Juga.
For the gifted to find their true
It seems
calling,
bubbles follow him
someone
everywhere.
must first
Is there a reason for that?
recognize talent.
Is that because of where he is?
Goro knows this well.
Is it just the
He
island?
is eternally grateful and staunchly committed to Watatsumi Island's defense. After unlocking the talent A Favor Repaid, Goro's
He's
elemental
kind of
skill
like the Kujo Sara of
Crystal
Watatsumi
Collapse
Island, it seems,
are all
like in terms of his
increased
rank.
by an amount based on his defense. Goro's unique skill set provides excellent support to Geo Party members. Deploying the General's War Banner to establish an
That's a
optimal
good point. Is he
formation before
much
launching
helpful
the offensive
outside of when you have a Geo
confirms
team?
Goro's prowess as a general.
Like, I see why this
When he joins
is
forces
right
with
after
other
Ito's one, because it makes sense to want to support him,
General's
right?
war banner provides a diverse array of buffs, aiding the party both in offense and in defense. When his energy is full, unleash Goro's elemental burst to establish the General's
There we go.
glory field, creating the perfect moment to attack and inspiring the whole party to press forward unto victory.
He's Geo or a defense niche. Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like very like
Whether
limited
they
to
seek
Geo
it or
type
not,
characters for sure.
Those of exceptional ability and character tend to gain the trust of the masses. For Goro, this trust serves both as a confirmation of his abilities and
love how he
motivation
stands over his
to
arms
hone them
crossed.
continuously. But the cost of being someone that everyone relies on is the burden of responsibility that it brings. Everything from helping the troops with their daily struggles to keeping Watatsumi Island safe and
Aw, he
secure
seems like a good lad.
ultimately falls on Goro's shoulders. Time and fate treat such notions with contempt.
You know what's
Make the
interesting?
burden unbearably
The way he's
heavy.
talking about Goro here, it kind of reminds
One
me of
day
what they
the
said about
world is turned
Ayaka.
upside down. Will his instincts and determination alone provide him with enough strength to keep carrying the load he bears?
I believe it. I thought that was a pun because where he's like an animal type human, and I read bears, I was like, what? I feel stupid for that. All right, so we have
Although the
Shen,
paths through the lofty peaks
the newest
to Aiden
character,
Karst are
along with
arduous.
Yunjin.
There are always bright-eyed mortals who come seeking the adeptal path. For all their ambition, most mere mortals
So they can
fathom the
become
way to the adeptal
Adepti?
and return from their fruitless journeys disappointed. Yet those fortunate enough to encounter some hardship may suddenly find themselves being rescued by a divine young lady.
Like
Stunned
Shenhe.
by the elegance of their silver-haired
Her
savior,
outfit is so
they
good.
hastily begin bowing excitedly in reverence and adulation, only to find their adeptus rescuer remain indifferent and leave without even a
So she's just a nice
glance.
person because she is.
I will do as you command.
As who commands?
Though
Why?
Shenhe is often mistaken for an adeptus, she is
Oh, she's not an
actually mortal,
adeptus. Okay.
albeit one who is an accomplished adepti disciple. Being naturally gifted and having learned polearm combat and various adeptal arts from her masters, exercising evil
I want to know who her
spirits is a mere
masters are.
trifle to her.
Don't spoil that for me because I know some people think that I want an answer. But I want to find out by
Under her
playing.
master's tutelage, Shenhe trained diligently, producing impressive results. When Shenhe is dispatched on
There's
a
another
20-hour
floating island in the
expedition
sky.
in
I
Liyue,
couldn't tell if that was
she will
the
obtain
same one
increased
that
rewards.
Ningguang lives in apparently.
Shenhe's normal attack can combo up to 5 strikes with her
Ooh,
dealing
look at the
physical
swiftness.
damage. Shenhe's charged attack consumes a set amount of stamina to lunge
She
forward,
launches herself
dealing
forward.
damage to enemies in her
Do any other characters do that? I don't know if we've seen that.
When she casts
I only remember
Spring
them
Spirit
plunging
Summoning,
down.
Shenhe grants all nearby party members the Icy Quill effect and deals cryo damage in different ways based on whether the skill is tapped or held.
Okay. So
When
she controls her stand
Shenhe
differently.
will rush forward with a talisman
That's cool.
spirit, dealing cryo damage to enemies along her path. When held, Shenhe commands the Talisman Spirit to deal AoE cryo
So she
damage
works
to
with
surrounding
talismans too. I
enemies.
wonder if she has any interactions with
Party
Chi-Chi.
members are affected by Icy Quill, normal, charged, and plunging attacks, elemental skills, and elemental bursts that deal cryo damage to enemies. Deal increased damage based on...
Ah,
Shenhe's
that's
charged
why
attack.
people were telling me not to get Shenhe unless I have other good cryo users. I mean, I have Rosaria, so they
Or
literally
after
showed her
being
that too.
triggered a certain number of times. When the skill is held rather than tapped, the effect
Oh, all the spear users launch themselves
and can
forwards.
be
Dope.
triggered more times. When a party member with the Icy Quill effect deals an instance of cryo damage to multiple enemies, the effect is triggered multiple times.
That's
according
ridiculous.
To the number of enemies hit. The number of times Icy Quill's effect is triggered.
This is interesting because I didn't expect for there to be so many
After unlocking the talent,
like mono teams. I think as a Pokemon player, I'm used to wanting to switch up the types that I have, but it seems more beneficial to have a team of the same type a lot of the times playing Genshin.
Burst damage, while holding the skill increases their normal, charged, and plunging attack damage.
Okay.
Cryo Incarnate!
Shen He unleashes the power of the talisman spirit, allowing it to roam free.
So
dealing
her
AoE
stand
cryo
can...
damage,
Oh, you can't even control the stand. It just runs around and attacks them
which
here.
decreases the cryo and physical resistance of enemies within.
Or attacks alongside
It
when
also
you
deals
attack in that
periodic
area.
Cryo damage to them.
Okay.
After unlocking the talent Deific Embrace, an active character within the AoE of Divine Maiden's Deliverance will gain a cryo damage bonus.
He just unfroze. That's so annoying. Could you imagine?
Shen He is fated to bear the curse of
I
calamity.
love the way they run in this
As
game so
cautioned
much.
By the Adepti, she is careful
They're all
to avoid
athletes.
harming the innocent. But as for those with malicious intent, she's only too happy to put them in their place by giving them a taste of the Adepti arts.
Ooh, she hit that the hand sign.
Spirit summoning is the core of her skill set, offering support to other cryo party members with the Icy Quill effect. In battle,
Oh wait, does her stand attack other people when you switch out then?
allows Shen He to shine by enhancing the party's attack capabilities. When energy is full, Shen He unleashes her elemental burst, decreasing enemies' cryo and physical resistance, and creating the opportune moment to defeat the weakened enemies.
All right. What does that down arrow mean? Does that just mean they have like a debuff on them?
Liyue
Like the yellow
Harbor
thing there?
is known as a bustling melting pot of a city, ready to welcome any and every lonely figure. But if Shen He truly wishes to rejoin human society, there is much she will have
Is it
to
because
learn.
she was training with an Adepti? Is that why she wasn't part of
I
human
myself
society?
do not relish the solitary life I lead. When others are fortunate enough to meet a companion for their journey, I sincerely wish them the very best.
Oh, that's
After
cute of him.
all, to this day, I hold that people should be authors of their own fate.
Couldn't agree more.
Both the crane ready to make peace with the past, and the beast with a grudge to bear, have the freedom to make their journey home.
Damn, I'm mad because you guys convinced me not to pull for her, but now I'm like, maybe I should. Like, I thought maybe I'll just wait and I'll go for Ganyu and Zhongli after watching all of these, but I'm not sure now. Alright, this one is Yunjin, the final collected miscellany. For now, anyway.
The people of Liyue have always been fond of Liyue opera. The reason? Only through these old tales from eons ago can they
So it's a
witness the
long
legendary
withheld
feats of the Adepti.
tradition.
But ever since the young Yunjin became director of the Yunhan opera troupe, not only has she excelled in classical
Hey, look at her
Adepti
moves.
style opera,
Hey.
but she has
Hey,
also
did you hear
brought
Millie Rock? Did you see
original
that?
stories to the stage, recounting tales of the common folk. It is often said that listening to Ms. Yun's new operas is like unwrapping a gift box.
Talented, I see her.
Anticipation Followed by sheer delight.
Which opera shall we perform today?
I want to see her be friends with
Fans of
Ayaka for
Liyue
some
opera
reason.
all agree that Yunjin has boundless talent, performing
I feel like these
admirably
two
both
fit
on
as
the
friends.
stage and on the battlefield. When defending herself from the enemy, Yunjin deftly adapts.
I feel like I'm really gonna like polearm users in this
turning
game.
defense into offense and putting on a show her enemies won't forget in a hurry. In order to satisfy her appetite while maintaining a perfect figure,
Does she
and
drink
singing
tea?
voice, Yunjin developed a certain knack.
Oh, she
for
cooks.
cooking.
Sick.
When Yunjin achieves perfect cooking on dishes with adventure-related effects, she has a certain chance to cook double the amount.
There's another character that does that.
Yunjin's normal attack can come
I can't remember because we reacted to that on Monday,
physical damage.
and it's been a week, so.
Yunjin's charged attack consumes a set amount of stamina to lunge forward.
Oh yeah, she does also have
Physical
a
damage to
forward lunge
enemies in
attack.
her path.
Yeah, I really like lance users if they can all do that.
Tap her elemental skill, and Yunjin strikes from a cloud-grasping stance, dealing geo damage. When the skill is held, Yunjin adopts the opening flourish
There
stance
we
and
go.
charges up, forming a shield.
Wait, that's a
shield's
shield?
Damage absorption scales off Yunjin's max
Wait, the
HP
flags are a shield?
and has increased effectiveness against all elemental and
I thought that was gonna be like buffing up.
When the skill is released,
I guess it does work as a buff,
ends,
kind of.
Or when the shield breaks, Yunjin will unleash the charged energy as an attack, dealing geo damage.
That's
Based
pretty
on the
sick.
time spent charging, the attack will unleash at charge level 1 or charge level 2.
So it's almost like a counter,
After
actually.
unlocking the talent true to oneself, using opening flourish at the precise moment when Yunjin is attacked will unleash its level 2 charged form. Proficient use of these skills.
Oh, this
allows
looks like it's
Yunjin
probably
to
one of
effectively
Venti's
fend
friends.
off enemy attacks and strike back.
But apparently it's a boss, so ignore me. It just reminded me of the dragon from that trailer with Venti a while back.
And grants the flying cloud flag formation to nearby party members. When characters with flying cloud flag...
Okay, I'm glad that it does transfer over. That's cool.
They will deal bonus damage based on Yunjin's current defense. The effects of flying cloud flag formation will be cleared after a set duration, or...
This is making me really excited to hop back into the game.
When one normal attack...
Like, I feel like there's so much to learn, but I feel like it's going to be fun.
...multiple times, according to the number of...
Noel!
The number of times triggered is counted independently for each member of the party. After unlocking the talent Breaking Conventions, the normal attack damage bonus granted by Flying Cloud Flag Formation is further increased.
This big guy, man.
Elemental types among your party members, the greater the increase.
Wow, yeah, there are so many different possible team variations that seem quite viable.
To rely on in battle.
Like whether it's like a mix, whether it's like a mono team.
Serve as her best rehearsal partners, providing fresh inspiration with their unscripted attacks.
Unscripted attacks.
Jin must make deft use of her elemental skill. She waits for the moment and counterattacks when the enemy is vulnerable to gain the upper hand.
And then send back in a
Energy
friend.
is full. Yunjin unleashes her elemental burst, granting nearby party members the Flying Cloud Flag Formation.
Okay.
Increasing her teammates' normal attack damage and helping them.
So it's cool because different abilities that are like this can stack and just make your
compared to a lifetime,
make your
a
characters
single
super
opera
strong, it
performance is
seems.
short-lived. And against the vastness of history, mortal lives are like walk-on parts in a grand play, drops in a boundless ocean. However spellbinding the performance, the curtain call will come and the audience will leave.
Oh, look at her.
Perhaps this is why Yunjin incorporates the details of ordinary lives into her scripts.
Oh, she wants to
Portraying
appeal to the
trials
common
and
folk too.
tribulations of the common folk, alongside grand tales of gods.
Look, she just said that.
Preserving their stories in operatic form to honor the human experience for generations.
That's
to
awesome.
come.
So it's not just about the gods and like
I
the
happen to
powerful,
know a
but
story
you're
about
important
the
too.
heavenly principles and mortals, about cataclysm and peace, curse and devastation. If I were to share this
Star
story
looks
with
beautiful there.
Yunjin,
The sky overall, my bad.
wonder
Not
how
star.
her theatrical interpretation would turn out.
Yeah, I didn't really expect her to be a Geo user, but like, they're introducing a lot of Geo users lately. I guess Shen He's been the only one that's not. Man, this is going to be a long and expensive journey, isn't it? But yeah, doing this has definitely made me very excited to hop back into the game, learn more about Genshin, like the characters, how they work, try and pull for different characters, and I'm very, very excited to experience the story and learn what you guys know as well. So if you guys want to see that, make sure to come over to Twitch. I'll see you over there.